After I recorded this video, I realized it'd probably be better to put an intro on it, to let people know what I'm doing with this. This one is a pretty short form video, so I'm gonna call it a podcast bite, kind of like a donut hole or gateway drug. I'm not opposed to doing a longer form, discussion about this subject later on, but some of these are going to be about issues that I wanted to bring up, to bring cultural awareness to, and some of them are going to be like, conspiracy theories and things like that. Some of them are going to be stories of my personal experiences in, the weirdness of this world. And some I'm probably just going to do just for comedy's sake, just me doing something funny and weird, whatever. But anyway, so check out my first episode. A couple of weeks ago, my friend David was listening to a story I was telling him, and he's like, dude, you should have a podcast. And I'm like, why? Apparently, the shit that I've seen and done is not normal. So, I'm just here to tell my stories and fulfill the internet's wish to have every single person on the planet have their own podcast. Yeah, you may argue this is a little more of a vlog since I'm not live streaming, but whatever, fuck you. Anyway. Well over 2 decades ago, I heard about a university conducting an experiment in which they were studying anomalous changes in the popularity of words and phrases used by the general public in conjunction with world events. They used a massive sampling from news groups and chat rooms. Yeah, this is how old this study is. To monitor conversations, and they found that certain words and phrases relating to world events increased in usage before the events occurred. Furthermore, they hypothesized that by inserting and artificially popularizing words and phrases of their own, they could potentially alter future events. We all know that social media has been used for consciousness-altering experiments. There's a quote from an F-book executive. We show via a massive N equals 689,003 experiment on F-book that emotional states can be transferred to others via emotional contagion. Yeah, that's a real thing. Leading people to experience the same emotions without their awareness. And we all know that news agencies receive certain talking points from the government. Now, Operation Mockingbird, here it is.
Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about irresponsible, one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 While the phrases here may seem innocuous or even indecipherable as to how they relate to world events, it's impossible to determine without correlating the clips on a timeline. What is apparent, however, is that this is far too prevalent to be chalked up to coincidence or even parallel development. In other words, it's uncertain exactly what they're doing, but the mere fact that they're using our brains as unwitting pawns in their game is cause for alarm. One of the greatest examples I can give of the possible implementation of this tactic of unnaturally popularized words and phrases to alter future events occurred in 2011. In the first 2 months of the year, the news story that dominated the airwaves and was covered by every station and referred to in nearly every news report was that of the erratic behavior of Charlie Sheen. I'm neither suggesting nor ruling out the actor's willing participation in this, but either way, his behavior may have been taken advantage of by those in power to effect something unimaginable. Do you remember the word that was used in every single news report about Sheen? Every single one. Meltdown. No other euphemisms for losing your mind. Meltdown. So, many of you have forgotten how bombarded we were with this particular word because of the next news story that overtook this one. On March 11th, 2011, the Fukushima nuclear power plant literally had a meltdown. Write it off as coincidence, if you wish. But in light of what we know, both governments and powerful corporations have been doing, much of which they have openly admitted to, and the statistical improbability of such a coincidence, I stand by my assertion. Like, share, and comment. I probably won't read your comments or respond to them because I don't care what you think. So, until next time, the mind is a beautiful thing to lose.